Welcome everyone to the very first FC25 tactics video on my channel. My name is Mark, and in this video I'm going to show you the best way to play with Real Madrid. All in my opinion, of course, based on my own playstyle at this moment in FC24. It's really early in the game, and yeah, that whole tactics thing is just new setup and new things you can set up. So it was a bit of a search for me how everything is working and how it compares to the old version. But I think I'm really learning, of course, and I think I have it for Real Madrid. Real Madrid would be, I think, I probably know, the most used team in online season. So please, people, if you are looking for this video, you found it, of course, but don't play with Real Madrid all the time. Please do everybody a favor and also choose some other teams. Please do it, because it's really boring to play against Real Madrid all the time. But for those who are looking for best tactics, feel free to check this one out. It helped me to win some games in the beginning, and in the beginning it's also a bit difficult because you don't know exactly what the quality of your opponent is, because we're all starting in season 10 or in division 10, I need to say, division 10, and it's just searching a bit. But for me this was the best. I have two different formations for you. One is a bit wide and the other is a bit small, and I couldn't choose which one is the best. It's also depending a bit on your opponent, how he is playing, and how good he is maybe. But maybe you can check them out both, try them out both. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And if you want me to do another team than Real Madrid, I want to do all the big clubs, of course, and countries as well. But if you have a suggestion for me, feel free to let me know in the comment. But before I begin, I'd really like you to ask some attention for my sponsor. It's Goal Shop. They sell amazing quality jerseys and shirts. I got a few of them myself. I'm really happy with them, else I would not recommend it, of course. And they are really, really cheap. Check out the website, go to your favorite team, favorite club, and maybe you can order one if you want. And if you want to order one, then you should definitely use my discode. It's in the description below, just like the link to the website. Use it, and you have your benefits with that. All right, we are starting with the first tactics, and that is this one. The menu is a bit different, but I have it here. It's the 4-3-3 attacking, and you have no instructions anymore. You have player roles, and that is a bit different. So it was a bit of a search for me. But 4-3-3 attacking with build-up play on balanced, and we have this one on. There it is. You can choose manually if you're pressing the triangle button, and then we are putting this to 45 for now. This is just starting, still learning the game, of course, but for me balance is a good way to start this game and learn the game. And maybe if we are a few weeks, months further, maybe we can switch this. But counter attack is a bit like the long ball and the fast build-up that we had in FC24. Balance is just a bit of both. A short passing is, it already said, players are coming to the ball, and you have some short passing options. I like balanced when I want a player to come to me. When the AI doesn't do that for you, you can trigger him to do that. And if you want a player to make a run, you can trigger them yourself as well. Of course, I'm gonna make tutorial videos also later for that. Then the player roles. Well, let's start now with the lineup. How I'm going to show that. Let's go to squad. This is the best, I think. I'm using Courtois as the goalkeeper, Carvajal as the right defender, Rudiger and Militao are the center backs, Mondi on the left side, Tchouaméni, Valverde central midfielders, Bellingham as the attacking midfielder, new striker, of course, Mbappe, Rodrigo on the right side, and Vinicius Jr. on the left side. And then we have some subs as well. Camavinga, using him to replace Tchouaméni sometimes, or Valverde. Endrick, you can replace for one of the strikers if you want. Alaba for one of the defenders, and Modric should be here, of course, as well, because Modric is a really good player to replace maybe Valverde, Tchouaméni, or Bellingham during the second half. This is the starting lineup. Let's go now to the player roles. It's a bit of search how everything is working. But we have Courtois, sweeper, keeper. He has the 2 green pluses. That means that he is really good with this role. So try to figure out what the good roles are for the players and try to give them the best roles, of course, but not the costs of all, because Carvajal, if you're looking at him, I have him as a fullback. He can also play as a wingback. Then he's going to play more attacking. He has 2 green pluses, but you have also a false back and attacking wingback. But I choose fullback because else it would be way too attacking. You have him on, I need to say this one. If you are only looking at the best roles, then you have Mandy as a wingback, you have Carvajal as a wingback, and then you only have 2 defenders. So that is a bit of a problem for me at this moment, because defending is a bit different, so we need to learn that as well. So for me, I going for a stable defense with Carvajal on fullback balanced. Rudiger with the defender, he has 2 pluses there, so that's good. Militao as a stopper, he has 1 plus. You also have ball playing defender, but then he's going forward a bit more, so I want him as a stopper. So just a stable defense. Mandy also as a fullback. Then we are going to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni is playing holding because he's the most defensive midfielder. It's not his best role. Deep line playmaker is better, but again, that was a bit too attacking for me. If I lose the ball, the whole defense was wide open, so holding was better. Valverde as a half winger, plus he has 1 green plus there. That is his second best role. Playmaker plus is the best, but we already have Bellingham playing as a playmaker, and 2 is a bit too much. So half winger is better for me. I already said Bellingham is the playmaker, 2 pluses. You can also play as a half winger, but Valverde is already doing that. You can also play shadow striker, but playmaker is the best for me. Then we have Vinicius Jr. He is inside forward with 2 pluses, so that is his best role that you can give to him, and together with Mbappe, the best and the most important player in this squad. So I want my best and the most important players give the best roles. That's why Valverde is playing on the left side. He's playing as a half winger. So Vinicius Jr. is going a bit more inside. So Valverde is playing as a half winger on the left side. So he is staying at the side of the field. And Vinicius Jr. Just going inside. Then we have Mbappe as an advanced forward. That is his best role. So choose that. And then we have Rodrigo. You have a few options, but inside forward, that was not for me, because he's also going inside in, and then it's really crowded in the center of the field. And also attacking feels really hard at the moment for me. Sometimes, it's so hard to build up your attack, to pass the ball around, because the opponent is defending so compact, and it's really hard to find your way through that. So I want him to stay a bit more on the side of the field, so I put wide playmaker on him. So that's, I think, the best for now. So this is it, how it looks when you have the ball. This is how it looks when you don't have the ball. So when you don't have the ball, you're playing with 4 defenders, 2 central midfielders, with Tchouaméni really defending. Valverde, he's a really great player, of course. So he's doing his job defending as well. Bellingham as an attacking midfielder, and we have Rodrigo, Vinicius on the wings, and Mbappe as a striker. And this is how it looks like with the ball. So that's maybe a bit of complicated how this is working, but you will find your way through it, especially if you're looking videos and trying to learn from people like me, and also maybe other YouTubers who are explaining how this is working. That's really important, especially at the beginning of the game. So this is about the first formation, and then we're going to the second formation that I choose, and that is the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. Also, this one was working really good, and as I said, sometimes the 4-3-3 attacking felt really good, and then against another opponent it didn't. And I was switching to this one, and then that works better for me. So I was switching a bit between these formations, and both were really good, but not against all opponents. So you can set them both up in your game plans. That's also a bit different than it was in FIFA or in FC24, I need to say, but you can still use some slots to yeah, set up different like game plans, like it was called before. But in this one, we have one player different than in the other one. And if you're starting with this one from the beginning, you can see I've replaced Rodrigo. He's going to the bench. I know he's a really good player to have on the bench, but hey, we all have really good players in this team. And I replaced him for Modric as a central midfielder because we are playing with only 2 attackers, so it's a bit weird to yeah, put 3 in the beginning lineup. So Rodrigo is out, Modric is in, so you have Rodrigo on the bench, which is also a really good weapon to have to bring him in the second half, of course. The tactics for this formation, the same, balanced and balanced, because yeah, still it's the beginning of the game. And balanced, yeah, is just good 45 line height on the defensive approach. The player roles, goalkeeper, he should be on sweeper keeper. Carvajal, this time he is on wingback plus, that is his best role. I'm choosing this because we are not playing with a winger, we're not playing with a right midfielder, so he's the only player on the right side of the field, so I want him to go forward. The same for Mondi, wingback. He has only 1+, but yeah, he doesn't have 2. But yeah, it's his best role, so that's how it looks with the ball. So they're playing a bit more. So you only have 2 defenders, Rudiger and Militao. In the 4-3-3 attacking, that was a bit of a problem for me. Then it felt like it was really wide open when I lose the ball. But with this formation, I didn't have that. And maybe that is because the midfield is better possessions. I don't know exactly yet, but yeah, it feels just way better. So both wingback. Yeah, Rudiger is defender, of course, 2+, and Militao is stopper. Tchouaméni again holding. He has 1 green plus there, so that's also, he is like playing more like the third defender. Valverde is playing box to box. He doesn't have a green plus there, but he has that on playmaker, but Modric is already a playmaker, Bellingham is already a playmaker, and 3 playmakers is a bit weird. I also tried half winger, but then I had the problem with the defense that it was really wide open. So I choose box to box for him. Overall, for the whole team, this was the best. Not for him personally, maybe, but for the team, that was the best. And then we are playing with Modric as a playmaker. Really great player, of course. Still he is. And it's his best role. And yeah, that's what I want to give him. Bellingham the same. Playmaker plus. Best role. One of the best players in the squad. So I want my best players to have the best roles, of course. And Vinicius Junior advanced forward. That's the only one that gave him 1 green plus. And Mbappe again advanced forward as well, 2 green pluses for him. So this is the second formation. Both were really good. Try them out both if you want, and yeah, let me know in the comments which one that that you like the most, that you gave you the most wins. This was it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.